Autumn had arrived, painting the town of Hollowbrook in shades of crimson and gold. The air carried a crisp chill, and the scent of burning wood mixed with the sweetness of pumpkin spice. Jack-o'-lanterns adorned every doorstep, their eerie grins flickering in the dim evening light. But beneath the charm of the season lurked an eerie darkness. The people of Hollowbrook knew that October wasn't just the time for Halloween festivities. It was the season when the curse awakened. Every year, as the days grew shorter and the shadows stretched longer, an unexplainable dread settled over the town. Children whispered tales of the Hollowbrook witch, a vengeful spirit who roamed the night, searching for those who dared to disrupt her eternal rest. Most dismissed it as just an urban legend, until the disappearances began. On the first night of October, a local boy named Caleb vanished without a trace. His parents found his bedroom window wide open, the curtains fluttering like ghostly fingers in the midnight wind. The only clue left behind was a single withered leaf on his pillow, dark veins running through its brittle surface. The town shuddered, for they had seen this before. Decades ago, legends spoke of a woman named Eliza Blackwood, accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake in the very heart of Hollowbrook. The town's elders believed that she practiced dark magic, whispering to unseen forces under the harvest moon. As the flames consumed her, she screamed out a curse upon the town, vowing to return every year when the air grew cold and the harvest moon shone bright. Since then, each October, someone would disappear, never to be seen again. Determined to end the cycle, 4 teenagers, Avery, Sam, Nico, and Jade, decided to uncover the truth. They armed themselves with flashlights, old town records, and a weathered book of folklore, then ventured into the mist-laden Hollowbrook woods, where Eliza's house once stood. The deeper they went, the colder it became, as if the forest itself rejected their presence. Twisted branches loomed over them like skeletal fingers, and the wind carried whispers of something unseen, distant voices echoing through the rustling leaves. They reached the clearing, where a decrepit stone foundation was all that remained of Eliza's home. The ruins were shrouded in an eerie stillness, and in the center stood an ancient oak, its gnarled roots wrapping around the ruins like a monstrous hand. As they stepped closer, Jade gasped. Scratched into the bark were names, dozens of them. Names of those who had disappeared over the decades, etched into the very heart of the cursed land. A sudden rustling made them freeze. The air thickened, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over them. The mist curled around their ankles, growing denser with each passing second. From the darkness emerged a shadowed figure with hollow eyes and a twisted grin. "You shouldn't have come here," it whispered, its voice like brittle leaves crunching underfoot. The air turned frigid, and an unseen force seemed to pull them toward the tree. Avery screamed as the figure lunged. Its skeletal fingers stretched toward her, its hollow eyes reflecting the dim glow of their flashlights. In a frenzy, Nico grabbed a rusty amulet half buried in the dirt, its surface covered in ancient runes. The moment his fingers wrapped around it, a pulse of energy erupted from the relic. The shadow recoiled, shrieking in agony. The ground trembled beneath them, the oak's branches shook violently, and an unearthly wail filled the air, drowning out the howling wind. The town's church bell tolled in the distance, its sound reverberating through the night. The entity let out one final, ear-splitting shriek before dissolving into the darkness, leaving only silence behind. The mist receded, and the forest returned to its unsettling stillness. The curse had been broken, or so they thought. The next morning, as the town rejoiced, Avery found something on her doorstep, a withered leaf, darker than the one found in Caleb's room. Beneath it, carved into the wood of her front door, was her name. As the wind howled through the town, a whisper followed, carrying the same ominous warning. "You may have escaped tonight, but this story is far from over."